So I like to be open and honest and transparent as I possibly can with everything. I've never held anything back in all the content that I've created on social media and my YouTube videos. I don't, keep little tips and tricks to myself. I'm very open and transparent. So, by the way, I'm Jim from CGC Sports Illustrated. This is an unboxing video. So, one of the things I get asked a lot is, I shouldn't say that, but one of sometimes I have to, dispel expectations or kind of let people down easy. The classic one is, hey, I just discovered that you can get Sports Illustrated's graded and I've got thousands of these in my basement. Can you help me out? And my first question is are they subscription issues or are they newsstand issues? And they're always subscription issues. And I have to tell them that, the difference between newsstand and subscription and how Sports Illustrated produced 3 million copies of every single issue every week as a subscription issue, and only about 50 to 100,000 copies as newsstand. But the other one is the expectation of grading. So 9.8s are harder to come by than they ever have been, it seems like. It's going to be loud. They tape this together. So it is common for people to say to me, I've got these issues and I've never read them, and they're fairly modern issues. Do I need to get them? They should all be 9.8. I don't need to get these pressed. They should all be 9.8s. Well, that's like saying every pack of sports cards that you open, they all should be PSA 10s. It just doesn't work that way. Especially, I get questions that, I just bought this off the newsstand. So it's got to be a 9.8. I don't need to get this one pressed. No, that is not the case. These things get beat to hell. In fact, it's even less so than sports cards. Sports cards are produced with the idea that they are collectible. And so while quality control at Topps and Panini and all the other producers can be questionable sometimes, at least they're trying to produce sports cards in a manner that protects the integrity and keeps them as perfect as possible. That doesn't always happen. With these magazines, Sports Illustrated doesn't give a crap. They don't expect these to be collectible. They're producing them to be read, so they don't care if there are errors in the printing process. They don't care if they get beat to hell when they're jamming them in boxes at the printing press. And they don't care if they get beat to hell on the trucks they ride out to when they go in the distribution process. And nobody at Barnes & Noble cares if somebody's thumbing through the magazine and putting dents in it. So yes, get your issues pressed. Doesn't matter if they're vintage or modern. If you care about the grade, get them pressed. Now, if you don't care about the grade, well, then don't worry about it. But just kind of set that expectation for yourself. 9.8s are harder than they've ever been to get. And just because you got an issue brand new off the newsstand or you've never read it or never opened it does not mean it's anywhere near a 9.8. Okay, 5 slabs in this box. Very Tiger Woods heavy. There's a baseball prospect that we'll talk about that's one in here. And then a totally goofy, oddball, non-Sports Illustrated that should be fun. So let's rock and roll. You know the rules. I know what these issues are. I don't know the grades. You're getting my first reaction to the grades right here. Let's hope I'll have some happy reactions and some happy 9.8s. That is not a happy reaction and a happy 9.8. That's a bummer. Star Wars Episode 1. So this is Time Magazine from April 26, 2001. Didn't do much on the labeling on this one. Okay, so I projected this at a 9.4, so I missed my projection window on that to the downside, which is not great. So I had so CGC does these things called Signature Series private events, where they have a private signing for 99% of the time. They're comic book people, but occasionally they'll get some other actors and that sort of stuff in there. And so they were doing a signing with Ewan McGregor. And I bought some covers with Ewan McGregor on it in the hopes that, I'd send these into CGC for their signature series. But at the end of the day, I really wasn't happy with the condition on this one. But I thought, since I own it, I'm going to send it into CGC and get it graded because I think it's kind of cool. And I'm a big Star Wars fan and all that sort of stuff. So oddball, Time Magazine, Star Wars Episode 1 cover. Got Liam Neeson on there, got Ewan McGregor and all that sort of stuff, and kind of fun. Okay. That was the oddball one I was mentioning. Let's see what else we got in here. Man, that's a tough cover. That's a tough back cover there with all that black ink. Ugh. Yeah. At 8.5 is about as good as this guy's career right now. This is Hunter Green and his first Sports Illustrated cover from May 1st, 2017. Very hyped prospect all the way back to 2017. He was a kid in high school and made a Sports Illustrated cover. Pop reports, they're two 9.2s. I projected this as a 9.2, so missed the hell out of that one. And he's been in the minors for a long time. Keep in mind, this box has been at CGC for well over a year, so he was much more of a prospect when I sent that in. His prospect status has diminished dramatically because in 2022, with his first full season in the big leagues, he went 5-17. But there was a time where this was a highly touted prospect, and there was a time when I thought that I could get a good grade on this too. Turns out he's not a very highly touted prospect anymore, and turns out that 8.5 is not great. All right, let's move on to see what we got next. I think all the rest of these are Tiger Woods. So, come on, Tiger. Do it for me, baby. Masterpiece. Maybe my favorite Tiger Woods cover. Certainly top 3. You've seen a lot of these in my videos. April 16th, 2001. There are 12 9.8s. I own a couple of 9.8. 7 9.6s, 12 9.4s. I projected this at a 9.6. So again, over projecting my grade on 3 of these in a row now. This is it's a beautiful shot. 18th at the Masters. He's on the tee box in his backswing. Got the crowd lining things. You can see the 18th green just past the sand trap there. Just a beautiful Tiger Woods cover. I've been putting little clips in my unboxing videos because I think it's fun. I don't know if you like it, but I think it's fun, so I'll keep doing it for a little while. So let's go check out maybe the greatest, probably the greatest Tiger Woods highlight of all time, and maybe the greatest golf highlight of all time. I could watch that again and again and again and again, and I have watched it again and again and again. Love that highlight. Was hoping for better on that 9.2 masterpiece. All right, next up. Come on, Tiger. Hit me with something. There it is. It is about time. Man, I feel like I've been in a 9.8 drought. 9.8 drought. Not anymore. Broke the seal. All right, Tiger Rules, April 3rd, 2000. There are there are now 3 9.8s in the world on this one, and I own 2 of them. There's a 9.6, and there's a 9.4. There's a bunch of other graded, projected it at 9.6. This came out right before the 2000 Masters. That's the only major he did not win in 2000. He finished 5th, 6 shots back. Maybe this is part of the whole, Sports Illustrated curse. Tiger was, trying to complete the Grand Slam, or trying to go for the Grand Slam. And the only one he missed it was that 2000 Masters that year. Of course, he did complete the Tiger Slam, winning all 4 in a row, just not in the same season or calendar year. Man, whew! Good to get a 9.8, but let's do it again. Last one. It's going to be another Tiger Woods. You dog. You dog. Okay. 9.6. This is Tiger. This is the Any Questions cover. Came out on June 26, 2000. There are 3 9.8s. I do own one of those. There are now 5 9.6s, 4 9.4s. Projected this at a 9.4. So I kind of, obviously if I projected a 9.4, I kind of knew that it probably wasn't going to get a 9.8. So Tiger had just come off of winning the U.S. Open when this cover came out. It was the kind of being in the middle of his Tiger Slam that I just talked about. I mean, this is peak Tiger Woods. Summer of 2000, man, it was as good as it got. And he was as good as it got. Good box, lots of fun. Got at least one 9.8 on that Tiger Rules cover, so that was a ton of fun. If you're interested in my comic and magazine pressing service, DM on social media or drop a comment here on YouTube, and more unboxing videos coming all the time. Really appreciate you watching. Thanks.